Greetings, Nick Bocott with Sweetwater here, and welcome to the Don and Nick Show. Why is Don here? Let me explain. The amplifier we're about to look at, the brand new Friedman JJ Jr. Jerry Cantrell all-tube 20-watt head, is a veritable Swiss Army knife of great tones. And Don, as you know from videos, is a session player of extraordinary standards. He's a master of many styles, whereas myself, I'm the master of absolutely none. Let me show you what I mean. Take it away, Don. I rest my case. I can't do that. So we've got Don here to show just how versatile the amp is, but first let me tell you how it works. As mentioned at the start, this amp has a huge variety of tones built within it. Sure, it has the Cantrell style edge that I've just played at the start, but it also has beautiful shimmery cleans, various crunches from both the clean and the overdrive channels, and more besides. So it literally goes from one extreme to the other, and it doesn't do them all okay, it does them all extremely well in my humble opinion. It's also extremely loud and extremely wide sounding, which is uncommon for an amp of such a small wattage and such a diminutive size. It's because it's well designed. It's also because of the power transformer. This thing is a monster. It's a brick. You could work out with it. And to prove that fact, I'm going to take the chassis out later so we can take a gander at it. This 2-channel amp comes with a foot switch, but you can also switch the channels from the front panel. The clean channel is just one control, a volume control. It has a switch above it that messes with brightness, so it can be normal, quote unquote, a little darker or a little brighter. They're all three great. And the cool thing about the clean channel is when you turn it up, it gets nice and gritty. Dare I say, Malcolm Young approved edge. The other control that does work on the clean channel is the master presence control. So the rest of the controls on the front panel, they're all to do with the all-important second channel, the overdrive or crunch channel. You've got the usual suspects: gain, surprise, surprise, bass, middle, treble, and a master that allows you to balance it with the clean level you've got. There's also a magic switch on it that takes it from a pretty darned impressive crunch to Jerry's magic recipe. That's called JBE, by the way, and that's what I started with. At this point, I guess I should mention the tube complement: 3 12AX7s and 2 EL84s. Now we're done with a quick walk through the features of this amp. Let's bring back Mr. Carr and listen to what it sounds like. So I've dragged Don out of Sweetwater Studios, and let's start with the clean, my friend.
Let's do indeed, man. The clean is like, it's the Buxom Betty sound, basically, which is Dave's take on classic clean with a British flavor.
Yeah, it's got a nice sparkle, but definitely a fish and chips kind of flavor.
It does, fish and chips, nice, man.
When you turn the volume up, it gets a nice crisp edge to it. So let's check that out.
Yeah, let's do.
Now this thing also has that really cool transparent effects loop. Let's check that out by putting a delay in, shall we?
Sure.
Now let's switch to the Overdrive channel, but before that, let's quickly discuss the cabinet. We're running through a Friedman 2x12, and it's loaded with vintage 30s by the good old British company Celestion, and it's a 120 watt cabinet. So as you know, the 30 does not mean watts, it's just a cool name, vintage 30. Got it? Let's go to Overdrive.
All right, so we're on the Overdrive channel in the non-Jerry mode with the gain down pretty low. So check this out.
And when Don says low, we're talking 9 o'clock, folks. So there's still 8 hours more of gain to go. Let's get there, shall we? Let's go to 3 o'clock.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. Wow, that's pretty impressive, and it's at 3 o'clock. So 2
Beastly.
more hours, and we still got the Jerry switch.
Let's do it.
And how much more gain could you want? And the answer is
None.
None more gain. Anyway, we could go on, but we're not. It's time for you to check it out yourself. So that's the JJ Jr., Jerry Cantrell signature, where you've heard a lot of non-Jerry stuff, but you've heard Jerry stuff through. Amazing amp. So Dom, will you play us out by playing something I can't play, which is pretty much everything you do, you swine. I'm going to go and practice. See ya! Oh, before we go though, call your
Sweetwater sales engineer.
Bravo!